For advanced users, FastSpring's API allows administrative interaction with your FastSpring store without using a web browser or logging into the dashboard. Many of the functions available in the dashboard can also be performed via the API, but some technical expertise is required in order to use it. Before anyone in your company uses the API, you must create the API credentials for your store. You only have to do this once. After that, you will store the credentials securely somewhere outside of the dashboard for use in all future API requests. Log in to the dashboard and select Integrations, API Credentials. Click Create, and FastSpring will generate and display a new username and password that are unique to your store. In the future, you can always return to this page to view your store's API username, but once you log out of the current session, the password will no longer be available via the dashboard, and FastSpring support will not be able to access it either. For this reason, it's very important to store the credentials safely and securely somewhere outside of the dashboard, for example, on a local drive or in a secure network location. Now let's look at how to implement requests to the FastSpring API. The base URL you will use to make all API requests is https://api.fastspring.com. The FastSpring API provides many different functions and capabilities, and it may help to think of these functions as being grouped together by the various API endpoints with which your scripts or applications will interact. Complete documentation can be found at the address shown here. For this video, we'll demonstrate making a call to the Orders endpoint to obtain details of a customer's order. To demonstrate the API here, we'll use a popular desktop application called Postman, but your implementation will likely involve creating automated scripts and/or scheduled services. To retrieve order details, you must supply the API credentials for your store and the order ID of the transaction you're looking for. The order ID is different from the customer-facing order reference. It may have been returned to a script on your web page following an order via the Store Builder library, posted to your server via a webhook, or retrieved by calling the Accounts API endpoint with the customer's account ID. Since we're making a request to retrieve information, we'll use the HTTP method GET. If we wanted to create or change data in our FastSpring store, we'd use a POST instead. And if we wanted to cancel a subscription, the method would be delete. When requesting the details of a specific order, the order ID is appended to the Orders endpoint following a /, like this. Most API requests for a specific record follow a similar convention, with the ID appended to the endpoint following a /. Now we just need to provide our API credentials to be included in the GET request, and we'll be ready to send it. Using Postman, we choose Basic Authentication, and then paste in our username and password, and click Send. The response from the FastSpring API is almost immediate and includes complete details of the order record that we had requested. If we had specified an invalid order ID or made certain other errors in our request, the API response would instead provide us information about what went wrong.